I build scale models, I think one of the issues I've had is being comfortable with brush painting, with weathering, how I keep my hands still. And sometimes over a long period of when I've been decaling or decaling certain planes, and there's been a lot of decals, I find that I get like a pain here because my elbows are pushing against the edge of a workbench. And I've never really thought about the ergonomics of scale modelling. In fact, I could say it's never even crossed my mind. But I know from experience with my wife typing all day that the company she works for has been very proactive in making sure that her work environment, because she's typing all day, is beneficial to her, that she doesn't get any problems in later life because of the angles of her hands while she's typing. And sometimes I feel that we don't really care about it. But Hobbyzone, that little company in Poland that creates some of the best MDF designed storage solutions for us scale modelers, have come up with an implement that we can put on our desk that will help us in producing some of our finest work when it comes to scale modelling. And it's these pads, these here. And I'm going to unbox and review these pads and explain why I think you need a set of these on your workbench. Right then, here we go. This is the Precision Work Pads in this box, and this one is the Precision Work Pads adapter. So we need a knife. Let's open this up. And inside you have these pads. They seem to be locked in together, and you've got these bits here. I'm not too sure what they are, but we'll have a look in a minute. So there's the pads, and straight away you can see that they're made of really good construction. I see. So I thought this would come, but to be honest, not made up. I thought you would have to build these, but these are all made up, which is really, really cool. So you've got some rubber mats here. I'm under the impression that you can take these apart, because having them here, I'd rather them be a little bit more spaced, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they're made of this PVC, like leather. It's not real leather, but they've got some give to them. They're comfortable, and there's a, it's enough if you push down to have some resistance, but not too much that you're locked in. You can move your hands around. Interesting. Very interesting. But I'm just wondering if we can break them apart. Oh, hang on. They might just, maybe these are what these are for, is to break them apart. Oh, there you go. So you can take them apart. Can that come out? Just push them. No, that's locked in. But anyway, you've got these. I think they're 3D printed. Yeah, I think they're 3D printed. Just looking for the lines. But yeah, so you can have them at different angles, different adjustments to whatever you are building. There's the first box. So what's in here? Open them up. Inside you have this, which I'm not too sure what this is. Oh, I see how this works. So you can, if you can take this out, can I push it out? Oh, there you go, it comes out. That fits in there. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Is that going to fit in? I think if you just line them up and then just give them a tap. Let's just get them flat. Ah, I see. Bang them in. So that's linked, is it? That is linked. Ah. Just try and put, there you go, that's in. Fantastic. Let's do it with the other side. So you've got, which side am I looking at? There you go. Make sure this is the right way around. Ah, there you go. And that fits in there. Oh, you thought of everything, Hobbyzone. You thought of everything. Bang him in. And then that should be together. Fantastic. Lift them up. Put them into position. That comes through there. Brilliant. Let's get it on the highest one a minute. Because I think because of the way I paint, I can rest my elbows on here. If I pull these back a little bit so they're at the edge of the bench, I can pick things up quite easily. That is very nice. Actually, that feels good. Let me just lower them down a little bit because I think they're a little bit too high. Let's go on the lowest settings and then we'll work our way up. That's a good idea. Cool. Oh dear. Lowest settings. There you go. At the lowest settings. Am I on the camera shot? Yeah, I'm in the camera shot. So, if I'm working away and I'm building models, that is absolutely delightful. Seriously, I'm just... Now, normally, if I just move the camera to the edge of my bench... Oh, come on. That's the edge of my bench there. If I can get the thing to move and stay in position. It's moving, sorry. I think because of the angle of the dangle. So if I put it there, my elbows are normally here. So after a time, I end up with lines on my elbow. But this, in position, and I'll put him there. That's fantastic. So I'm going to adjust the camera slightly. I'll move him up a little bit. Sorry about this. I'm just going to tighten up the spring on this arm that I'm using. Let me just tighten up the arm. Come on, there you go. Okay, just straighten him up. Yeah, if I was working here, that does feel really nice. And I'm not saying it because they've sent this to me for free. That actually feels nice. So my hands are not like flat on the bench working. Having a little bit of support there just to work. I think this is I don't believe it. I think this is something that I never thought I would need, but now I'm just feeling it. So if I'm picking up stuff, my hands are just resting. You can, as I said, you can change the there you go. So you can change the angle of it depending on what you're doing. Seriously, I just didn't think this would become too much. I'm just being honest here, just to feel that. Now, I know that my wife types, okay? She's got one of these funny keyboards, like, you know. Because of health and safety and everything else, she has a special chair, a thing to put her feet on for a pedal, you know. And she works at angles, and I'm actually enjoying how that feels on my hands. I can pick things up. Yeah. Well, Hobbyzone, you've given me something I never thought I would want just by resting my hands on it. I don't know, there's just something really therapeutic about resting my hands on this. So and you've got this space here. So if you were working, you can put your knife there and it's not going to move. That's incredible. I just, you know, if I put my elbows up here, these are really, really nice. They call it, it's high quality foam with like this soft touch eco leather, and it adapts to the shape of what you're doing. It, like, on your arms, you can put your hands on it. I don't think it's any good being close, but here I can put my elbows on it, and it's just nice. You're not hard on the workbench, if you know what I mean. You're just here with this product. I wouldn't have thought that I would. I just know as soon as you use it, you are naturally in that position. So, for instance, if I was working on this, which is the ME, I must get it finished actually because I've not got done it, but I could have it on my workbench. Let me just change the camera angle again so we can see it properly. Let's go up high. So if I was working on this and I was doing some decaling or something, I can imagine with my arms in position with this little pad here, I could easily just move. That's incredible. That is incredible. I never thought I would be wondering that height. It's not its highest, it's not its lowest, but that feels to me like a perfect height. I could be picking up the model and doing some decals and stuff. Put the knife down there, so it's not going to roll off because you've got that ledge around here. You can have your tools there. I tell you what, Hobbyzone, I think you've created a product that I didn't think I'd need, and I'd want to use it. And in fact, yeah, it's so nice. Very, very nice. Let me just put that away a minute. So let's have a look at the sizes of this. So the length of it with this adaptation here on like this little tray is 49 centimeters, which is around about 19¼ inches for those who are into their gallons. But yeah, I'm suitably impressed. I think this could end up on my bench to do work with. I think I'm going to be stuck because it's just so nice. And as I said, you know, I'm used to having my elbows or I'm up high, you know, it just gives some rigidity. So if I was painting a figure, for instance, like this one, let me find a brush just so I can feel how different it will be. So I'm using a brush and I've got my model here. I suppose you put it back a little bit. So I've got my model here and I'm working. That feels so nice to paint. I'm not moving around or I'm not lodging my elbows on the desk to do it, which could cause a little bit of... But having this here and just resting my hands on it, that does feel... Yeah, I'm just blown away with this product. I never thought I would need it. That is so nice. My hands are raised. I've got my forearm and it's, you know, it's bending in. And you've got angles here, and apparently if you put it down to 0, that's 0. Even on 0, it's like having a couple of cushions on your arm. And it gives you so much stability. I was like, oh, I'll say just a dry brush. I'm just feeling. what a difference that makes. My hands are raised, my arms are raised, it's cushionable, you know, it feels nice. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised by they offered it to me and said, would you do a review on it? And I'm here at midnight just looking at it, and I can see how this would fit into what I was doing. I said I'm going to just raise him up slightly, just find that little hole there. So even at its top, is that locked in? That's locked in at its top. So I just feel it locked in. Oh, that's so nice. Honestly, it is like when you first use Charmin instead of Andrex. When you wipe your bottom, it just feels luxurious. Fair play, Hobbyzone, to bring out quality. Looks good. Manufacturing wise, you know, they've screwed it all in. But as I said, I thought this would come in pieces because, you know, I had to build all this up back in the day. All my drawers, all my corner units. Like I said, if you've seen my my setup here, I've got Hobbyzone, and the killer for me is that because I spent like £400 on this, I was really stumped for import charges. But if I had done it in sections and said this bit here, this bit here, this bit here, and got it under that £200 mark, because at 135 now, I wouldn't have been hammered with the with the taxes that came with ordering this stuff from I think it's Poland. Just jumping in the video, YouTube doesn't make it easy to grow your channel, but one way you can help this channel is to subscribe to it, and it's totally free. Just click subscribe, ring that bell, click all to be notified when I release a new video, and it really does help the channel grow. Anyways, back to the video. But even so, you could remove this, or you can, you know, use this as your base. So if you were working on, say, this here, which is my BRDM, which I'm halfway through, you know, you can, if you wanted to do some weathering and stuff, I would suggest not doing it over unless you cover this up with paper so you don't make a mess. But if you're working on this and you wanted to do a little bit of dry brushing, the way your hand fits, because it molds itself, it like kind of molds itself to this, and you can do some paint work, or it just feels nice. Hobbyzone, you've given us something that we didn't think we needed, really. And, you know, the different angles and everything else is actually very, very nice on there. And also, you can use this. You know, you could use this to put, yeah, if you, as long as you know, I would put a covering over this, but you could have your panel line wash on here, unscrew it, or even your cement, and if you're working away, and put the cement back. Or you could have your AK here as well. So, you know, I'm just giving examples, and you think, right, I'm going to use a bit of black on here. So you pull your black out, and then you pick this up, and then take your pen out, and then just carefully paint where you wanted to paint. Honestly, where has this been all my life? Huh. You think I'm selling this product? Look, I'm not on QVC here. Like, I'm just showing you how nice it is to have some sort of support when you're painting in things. It just feels so nice. Well, Hobbyzone, you know I love the product anyway, so, you know, if you want to criticise me because, oh, I'm just doing it because I like Hobbyzone, but I have purchased all of this. This is about, as I say, about £400 worth of stuff. And I got a tax rebate, so I used it to buy Hobbyzone. But just the fact that it's on my hand and I'm just relaxing and it just feels, I'm not on hard. This is like soft. I think they call it vegan. I think it's fake. It's fake leather, PVC, but it just feels so nice. Hobbyzone. Seriously. I'm just painting in some of the tyres. And because I've got that support, I'm not quivering. I'm just painting in the wheels of this model using rubber black. It's delightful. Let's put it on here. Here you go. I just feel I've got more control over the pen lid, or the pen nib, I should say, to paint this up. Well, once I put that back up again, that's it. Perfect. Well, thank you, Hobbyzone, for giving us something that we didn't need. I know a lot of modelers would benefit from some, and it doesn't move. It's pretty sturdy. There's a little bit of it, but you've got the rubber pads underneath. As I say, you can put these together because you get these little parts here, so you can have it if you wanted to. Just give it a tap. Just trying to get it off. So you want to kick out this middle bit, but I think I'm going to leave it with the middle bit in. So just give it a tap. Put that. Oh, crumbs! It's quite heavy. I'm presuming. There you are. You can even make it bigger. So I need a screwdriver so we can adjust this. Let me just unscrew this slightly and pull him out. Will he pull out? Oh, look at that. And again, pull him out. So if you feel that you need to be bigger, and then just screw them up again so they're tight. So they are adjustable. See, every time I look at something, it just gets better. And then just line them up and then just push it in. So if you need to go bigger, which I think that's a little bit too wide. Oh, hang on. I tell a lie. Sorry, is the camera feeding this? Yeah, let's make sure it's right on camera. If I'm like this and I'm working away, elbows on, doing stuff with my elbows on there. Oh, Hobbyzone. You bastards. You've given me something that I didn't think I would need, and now I'm actually playing with it. I actually quite like it. Just want to see how high it goes. That's the fullest. I don't think I'll have them this high. Yeah, that's a little bit too high. But if I was working here, try to see it on the camera. So I'm working here. Yeah, it's just incredible. I'm overly impressed by this. So you get the Precision Work Pads, which are these, and then you get the Precision Work Adapter, which is adjustable to your needs. So you can make it bigger or smaller, and all you've got to do, push that in. All you've got to do is get a screwdriver and find your level. So I think it's a little bit wide. So I'm going to go halfway. That's full. So if I go halfway, I think halfway would be perfect for me. Hang on. Just give him a tap back. Hang on. Just trying to... maybe I need to unscrew it a little bit more. These are quite... There you go. Come. Bang, bang. If I go there, bang, bang, and go to halfway. I think that's halfway. Screw him in. I think halfway will be perfect for me. And then... I'll just push that in. I'm just trying to think of how I would want it. I think it's all about preference, isn't it? So halfway is there. That's about halfway. I think that will be perfect for me. Screw him in. And then I can adjust up and down. Make sure it's on camera. Oh, I think that's it for me. Delightful. If I was working on a model or a figure and I was painting away, that is really good, Hobbyzone. Very, very good. And I said, it's vegan. It's not real leather. It's vegan leather, so you can eat it probably if you need to, or can't eat it because it's vegan. And then have it flat and just have it here on the bench. I will say, it does take up quite a bit of your bench. So my bench is roughly another. So I put that to the edge of the bench. That's to the edge of my bench, or edge of the cutting mat. I would have to make this space clear, but I'm actually, because I'm recording it, I've only got a small space anyway. But my bench is basically, this takes up around a third of, no, that's a lie. In space wise, yeah, about a third. So that's plenty of space for me to work on with it being comfortable. In fact, I could get a pair of these and then type with it, because I think typing. Right, I want to use this. There's my little keyboard. I'm just giving ideas here. If I was typing, that's fantastic. That is really nice. Fantastic. And at the end of the day, sometimes we forget that scale modelling involves ergonomics. How we position our hands. What's comfortable. And I think that Hobbyzone have clearly given us something that we may have forgotten about, but I can see great potential in helping us as scale modelers produce some of our finest work. So you've seen the video, and ultimately I am impressed by it. Now, you put your arm on here and you can adjust the levels. I think that anyone who buys one of these will benefit from it. But I think Hobbyzone have designed something that I didn't think I would need. But now I've got one, I think I would miss it if I didn't have it anymore. So you basically get the two pads and you get this and you can buy this extra. You don't have to use this. You could use this as two on its own. I've just realised after I've done the video review that you can split this apart, get the little piece here and put one there and just have it as one piece, and then this here. You can join them up together there. I think Hobbyzone have actually found a little niche that once you've got one, you would think to yourself, where was I before I got one? It's lovely. This, the fabric is very, very robust. The sponge is very good. And now I've got one, and I've just been playing on the bench with it, and off screen I've had it now 3 days, and I've done stuff with it. We're using these pads with the angles. I've tried different angles, and I either find that I put them down flat or I go to the maximum. That's what I tend to do with these pads, depending on what I'm doing with them. But I think you'll find that when I be doing my builds, you will see these in the picture, in the shot, because now I've got one. I feel that it's like another limb. And and because you put your arm on it and it is secure, you can see clearly that these teeth aren't gonna drop out. Once you put your arm on it, you're so secure with it as well. Now, I've obviously set mine to half and half. Some people may want them bigger, some people may want them smaller, some people may not even use this. But I suggest you do, because this is a wonderful place to put stuff. And because you've got that lip, the stuff doesn't roll off. It stays in there. So if you want to put your Tammy extra thin on here, you're quite welcome to. I just think that this will be a benefit to any scale modeler that buys one. And of course, I got it for free, so I've reviewed it. But I would go out tomorrow. If I didn't have this, I'm serious, I would buy one. I would. And the construction is very, very... I thought when it came, like normally if Hobby Boss, you'd have to build it up yourself. This comes all done for you. All you've got to do is decide how you want it to sit on your bench. Rubber pads, and rubber pads are here, 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 here. There's no movement. Once you put pressure on, that rubber is, you know, is good. I can't praise this high enough. And yeah, I said, I'm half tempted because I have got another bench over here, which I use for 3D printing and other bits. And if I need to do some work on models, like die cast, I'm tempted to go and, actually I am going to go and order one of these myself to put on this bench here as well. So I've got, as I said, I've got 2 benches. And I've even said to my wife, is this something that she could use on her bench? But she's got something very similar to this, but not quite the same. Interesting. Very, very good. So pricing. To get the 2 pads, these 2 pads here, is £62. And this central bit here, which is the adapter, is 20. So under 100 quid. So yeah, 60 plus 20, so 80 quid. And I would go for around 20 quid. I don't know how much it is with postage and import taxes. I've got to add the import taxes because of Brexit. So yeah. So under 100 quid. So yeah, 80 quid. From their website. I do know that Scale Model Shop have these in stock as well. And I'm not on the computer now, but I will add the link to Scale Model Shop for this as well. I think, and the weight of it as well. It's just, it's very well designed, very well made. And I think once you get one, and I don't say this a lot about products, once you get one, I think it could be a game changer for you. I'm not putting words into your mouth, obviously. I think it could be a game changer for your scale modelling, for your brush painting, your model figure painting, your busts. I think that Hobbyzone have given us something that I didn't think we need, but once you have one, you would be bereft at knowing that these have been on the market for a while and you've not got one. But obviously, that's my thoughts on it. It's MDF. It's laser. They're a really good company. That it's laser cut, but it comes pre-made for you. So there's no building of this product. But then again, I put it out to you. I'm not forcing you to buy one. I'm just telling you my thoughts. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this product here from Hobbyzone. And leave them in the comments. As obviously, I will link it in the description where you can buy it from. And I know that Scale Model Shop have them as well. So if you want to go over to their website, UK website, and buy them, I think there's a little bit of a difference in price. But obviously, support your local model shop like I do. Jadlam's my local one. They don't stock it. But there you go. It's one of them. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments whether you would buy one of these. And if you have got one, or if you watch this video and then you buy one, let me know on Instagram or on Facebook where there's a Moz Models page and you can DM me. Let me know your thoughts on this and in the comments box below. Because now I've got one and I've used one and I've played with one, I think, yeah, I'm going to buy another one. It's fantastic. Yeah. And even the fact that when I was there using the keyboard, I think I'll get one for the keyboard as well. So when I'm doing my Substacks and my articles for magazines, I could, yeah, who knows. Over to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. Please like, subscribe, because it does help the channel and help the video as well. And yeah, subscribing does help the channel grow. And again, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
No, I just wanna say hello.